And welcome to Houston Newsmakers, and welcome once again to our good friend Congressman Kevin Brady, Republican from the 8th Congressional District. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Canberra. Love being on with you.
We love being here. I'm still waiting for you to come visit your brother.
Sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
We got the barbecue. We're ready to have
That's right.
There. So we're here to talk about the things that are most important to your constituents in your district. What are they telling you are the most important things to them right now?
Yeah, right now, certainly jobs in a big way. The economy's gone very well. But right now, I think the economy can grow even more if we have more workers. And that's one of our biggest challenges for small businesses and, frankly, any business. But we also need more customers for our companies here in Texas and the U.S. That's why this new U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement is so important to Texas and our region. But I'd argue it's important for Mexico, Canada, and the whole world to have a modernized trade agreement with the U.S. at the center of it.
What is it that makes it so important? I mean, what are the key elements of that make it important for Texas?
Yeah, so for us, our biggest customers are Mexico and Canada, so much so they are bigger than the next 10 countries combined. Not only do we sell a lot to them, but when you put the strengths of Mexico, our longtime trading partner, and Canada together with U.S. businesses, we're able to compete better around the world with the Chinas, the Europes, and the others. So, you know, families get goods that they can afford. Our businesses sell more made in Texas goods to our two big trading partners, and then together we're able to compete and win more around the world. It's really a big win-win trade agreement.
How soon is that going to get across the finish line?
So I'm hopeful this year. I think it's really crucial because every day we delay, we actually give an advantage to China and other countries. There's a lot of bipartisan work that's been done. I've devoted most of the past year to this, as has Henry Cuellar, Democrat leader here from Texas as well. And so we're hopeful we can get the president's desk. It's crucial, and a lot of good work's been done.
Democrats will say that the interest of the American people is part of what's going on here now is with the president. And they're looking into the actions of the president in terms of the impeachment inquiry. It started a few weeks ago. We're getting comments from both sides of the aisle about that. What say you about
Look, I was here during the Clinton Congress during the Clinton impeachment. I know above all, impeachment has to be fair. It has to be bipartisan, at least the process. It needs to be open to the American public. People have to have due process. And we did provide that to President Clinton and to Democrats. That's absent right now. This has been a secret impeachment process, very partisan. Until last week, didn't even have a vote to do an inquiry. And I just think, look, at the end of the day, this appears to me to be an opportunity for Democrats to either overturn the elections of 60 million Americans or to try to damage the president just for purely political reasons. I think that's a terrible way to go.
You know, we've been in such a visceral partisan environment for such a long time. And this whole thing continues to be that way, including both sides talking about the fact that it's in secret. Well, you know, you have the committees that were doing this thing. Were you part of the group that went down into the bowels of the
I was not. We were doing holding a hearing on drug pricing.
See, so my point with all of that is like, wait a minute, there are like 45, 50, so there are a lot of Republicans on all those committees who could be a part of the conversation. And so to say that it's being held without us being able to know, that wasn't exactly true. It's kind of like a bending.
So I disagree with you there, having been there again for the Clinton impeachment. Those hearings were open. The President Clinton could call their own witnesses. They could challenge the ones who were there. So I can't tell you what's in those transcripts until they're released. I can't participate in there. The American public can't see it. And the truth of the matter is, Chairman Schiff picks only his witnesses. We aren't allowed to call our witnesses. Sometimes he doesn't allow them to answer Republican questions. All of it's done in hiding. I think that's a bad way to go.
Isn't that changing now with the public hearings that are going to be happening here coming up?
Well, he's starting, but basically what they have done is try to legitimize a very illegitimate process.
And they will say that this is the process that they had planned all along, and now responding. Obviously, Republicans will say, you're pushing, you're doing things that we want you to do ultimately. But they would say that, look, you had special counsel before. There were different circumstances in those previous things, and so now we're doing doing this, and now public hearings. What are you concerned about next week when we start to see these people who have been witnesses up to this point? Transcripts now are being made available. What are you concerned about as they come forward and they say that what they said in these transcripts?
Yeah, I'm not concerned. I've read the transcripts that have been made public. There is no impeachable offense, nothing close to it. And what I am most alarmed about is the Democrats will block the Republicans' request for witnesses. They who earlier said the whistleblowers should be made public. Let's have that question of now is hiding the whistleblower.
Wait. You're telling me that somewhere along the way, Democrats here have said they wanted to...
Yes, Chairman Schiff, remember, he insisted that this whistleblower be able to testify, to be able to be questioned and made public. Now they've changed their tune. They're hiding him away. Look, if you've got great evidence and you are running a fair process, why do it in secret? Why deny due process both to the president and to Republicans? Seems to me this is such a grave issue that it ought to be fair and it ought to be bipartisan.
What we've gotten away from is the central point, which has brought this all about in the first place. You said you read the transcripts. The transcripts you were talking about were either the transcripts of those people who were testifying or the president's call to the Ukrainian president.
So did both, as you would imagine. And here the central question is, has anything the president done, is that worth overturning the will of the American public and 60 million voters? The answer is nothing close to that.
And that's going to be the decision that's going to happen, because some people will say, well, you know, yeah, we want these Javelin missiles. Yeah, we'll do that, but I need a favor first. I mean, that's kind of what those transcripts say. And so Democrats are saying that, you know, you're taking both houses said we're going to give this money to the Ukrainians so they can do this. But the president said, well, we're going to do that, but, you know, we need this little favor. We want you to investigate.
But if you read the transcripts, I know you did. You're so smart. The favor he asked was for them to cooperate with the criminal investigations being done by the Justice Department about what began this whole fake Russia collusion issue. It wasn't about the Biden investigation. So I know you know that, but I'll tell you this, Democrats, in my view, at the heart of this, and I think our friend Congressman Al Green sort of slipped up and told the truth when he said, I'm concerned if we don't impeach him, President Trump will be reelected. I just don't think you start a constitutional crisis for purely political reasons.
Well, I think that there are clearly very deeply entrenched positions on both sides, and we need like 2 hours to go ahead and get that out.
We do, and a lot more sunshine. A lot more sunshine.